According to Gallup's 2024 report, 41% of employees worldwide experienced significant workplace stress the previous day. In Sub-Saharan Africa, 75% were actively seeking or considering new job opportunities, the highest rate globally. Nigeria ranks 7th in Sub-Saharan Africa for workplace stress, with the rate rising by 3% each year as workers continue to voice their daily struggles on the job.
Demanding work demands, as an accountant, everything in the company still, come back to us as an accountant, probably the reports and the operation are alike. So we need to ensure that things are moving right, and on time we need to get back to the management, our report, and ensure that all the compliance reports are also, gotten back to the regulators. Those things are very demanding and stressful.
I would say for me, the general thing that I've seen in the construction business is that the owners of the machines, whether it's the excavator or whatever it could be, the machines can have issues. So if the machine has an issue, you might lose like a day, 2 days, or even a week of work. So because of that, you are unable to meet deadlines, and it causes a lot of problems just because it makes the work slow.
Oh, well, there's no one thing that stresses me. But there are a couple of things. One, I think having the ability to get leads, to generate leads for your business, like client for your business, especially when you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of connection, and then having to be the CEO, the sales manager, the digital marketer for the business. Yeah, so a lot of that just makes it a lot of work.
Of those dissatisfied with workplace stress, 70% say they plan to leave their current job, which is considerably above the global average of 55%.
If you look at job mobility right now, it's a global trend. It's not only in Nigeria, it's all over the world, even in the Western world. But the thing is, if you compare the Nigerian statistics with that going on globally, you'll find out that the mobility in terms of job hopping and people seeking international jobs abroad, globally, it's about 23%, okay? But when you look at Sub-Saharan Africa, with Nigeria and Ghana really having the highest in these terms of mobility, you find that in Nigeria, you have about 70%, 65 to 70% of professionals are actually seeking opportunities abroad, job opportunities abroad, and seeking better flexibility, better employment. If you look at it locally, you find out that the trend, it's really gaining a lot of momentum even within the country domestically. You find that Lagos and Abuja being the strongest and highest point for professionals seeking to move to because of their commercial viability.
Of the employees surveyed in Gallup's 2024 State of the Global Workplace Report, 23% are fully engaged and thriving, 62% are disengaged and withdrawing in private, and 15% are actively disengaged and publicly expressing their displeasure.
Stress for employees is in different shades and forms. There's emotional stress, which of course is heightened by the roles of line managers, supervisors, and how they are also able to manage their own internal pressures. So organizations that do not have structures that respect boundaries, for instance, that respect work hours, that respect the welfare of workers, will find it difficult to get the most out of their employees. We are now in a very rapidly changing workspace. In fact, pre-COVID, that's about 5-6 years ago, we were speaking about the future of work. We are now in the future of work. Before COVID, everyone had to resume at the office in their 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 in a very rigid format. Before that time, we had been advocating for more flexible work hours that rotate around deliverables and provide employees with life outside of work. We're now in a season where employers and organizations need to wake up to this reality and some job roles that do not require being at the physical office all through the week are allowed to explore the opportunities. I know this is a tough one for employers because you want your employees to be with you full-time. We need to now redefine what full-time is based on the economy, on inflation. If you have a staff full-time, if they dedicate 8 hours of the day to work, is it commensurate with the income that they take home, which would match the inflation rate and their realities? If not, we can adjust these work hours to ensure that employees do the things they need to do based on deliverables, attend meetings as they need to, and they have the rest of the time to pursue their other interests. So finding this balance is where most organizations are at the moment.
Stakeholders urge public and private organizations to prioritize employee engagement over physical workspace and address low pay and office politics to ease stress, commonly among men and workers over 40 years old, amid rising inflation and economic challenges nationwide. Sydney Okafor for Anchor News.